All right, guitar players, go grab those guitars. We're going to go through an old Deliverance classic. Coming up next. Stay tuned. Well, hello there, YouTubers, Facebookers, and all other onlookers. Jimmy P. Brown II coming at you with another kind of a half and half. I'm going to feature a piece of gear, but we are going to be doing a song today. Reaching all the way back actually to 86, 87 when we started doing this song live. And of course, we recorded it on our self-titled debut named Deliverance that was released in '89. And we're going to be doing Jehovah Jireh today. Came in a lot of requests, so we're really excited about that. But before we do, please don't forget to hit subscribe, hit that little ring-a-ding button, and of course, get those algorithms going up and just hit that little thumbs up if you like what's going on here. It's been a while. It's been about a month. Of course, I'm sure you see there's been a couple of some changes in here with some soundproofing and different things that, you know, as the recording processes keep going, things are going forward. So, but I wanted to take this time to feature this wonderful, wonderful gift from one of my patrons on Patreon. His name is John7, and that's what he goes by. That's not his real name. I'm not going to give his name away, but that's what he goes by. His favorite guitar player is John5. It's okay that he doesn't call himself Jimmy P3. That's okay. Okay, all right. But he was kind enough to ask me if I'd be interested in a vintage guitar that he had, that he wasn't playing anymore. And it's this beautiful, beautiful Guild S100. And it's 1973, hence why I got the cool vintage strap out. Not to mention it's the only strap that I don't have strap locks on. But this thing is just absolutely beautiful. A mahogany body. Has that see-through clear pick guard on there. I'm sure you guys are noticing it looks like an SG knockoff. I don't like to say it's an SG knockoff. I think it's their tribute to an SG. But this was actually introduced in '73 with a phase tap, which is pretty cool. You know, you didn't see coil taps on guitars back then. And they actually introduced it in 1973, which was really cool. And so I thought, you know, with the nostalgia of playing, you know, reaching back into the Deliverance archives, let's pull out this beautiful guitar. I just had it set up and all gone through. Unfortunately, it's not completely totally set up for half-step down tuning, but it'll have to do today because I really wanted to play her. Sounds killer. Very, very cool. Let's go ahead and get into it. So you guys know the drill. Anytime we do Deliverance songs, they are a half step down. You know, I got a lot of questions about that. Why the half step down? Well, I think a lot of it just comes from I was practicing a lot when I first started playing guitar. I was playing a lot to the first Van Halen record, actually Van Halen 1, 2, and Women and Children First, and of course Eddie tuned a half step down, or somewhat a half step down, but it was closer to a half step down than 440. So my ear just got used to it, and so when Deliverance started in 1985, I was 15, and people don't realize I was a young player, you know, and I was playing with these older guys, and you know that was the thing. You know, I didn't have a lot of choices. There weren't like a lot of kids my age when I was 12, 13 years old, learning to jam and playing. So I got suckered into playing with a lot of goofy bands. One band even posed as a popular band, and that I had no idea. And I played with them for a few shows. and it was kind of corny, and yeah, just all this fun stuff. But my ear got tuned when I heard A 440 didn't sound right to me, because to me it was, that's what I heard. So that's why I got attuned and accustomed to doing that. Now, anything I do outside of Deliverance, I do in 440. And it's mostly because I just prefer, actually, the way 440 sounds now. That's the way that goes. So. Okay. With the, it's funny too, talking about that, one of my favorite songs that I used to just play over and over and over was Ain't Talking About Love, from VH. And, I didn't know what a delay pedal was. I didn't know what a I just knew reverb and tremolo from the amps, the old amps that my brother would give me to play on. And, so, I didn't know Eddie was using, tape delays. So, I just made up things myself, so, like he did that, right? So I came up with being able to, with my palm, do the delay. And what I did was I hammered it. So made do until I knew what delay was, and then when I got my first delay pedal, I was like, oh, that's what he's doing. Has that. Yeah. So, but otherwise, I got used to doing that. Anywho, just a little tidbit of JPB2 history there. Okay, so let's get into it. 25 total requests for this song. I was pretty stoked about that. As you guys well know, if you guys follow me on Facebook and everything else, my what I consider to be the oldest member of Deliverance was my good friend Jimmy Griffin. He passed away suddenly, and he's no longer with us. And it was a tragic loss. And like I said, I saw him just as much a member as any of the other guys, because he was with me from the beginning. I met him early on when I transferred and moved from Southgate, California over to Bellflower, California, 20 miles away. And he was the first guy I hung out with, and just had a lot of fun with him. And so he was there at every Deliverance rehearsal, Deliverance practice. He would watch me practice. We did a lot of things together. Of course, you guys know about the Kill 'Em All story. He took the Kill 'Em All album cover. But this was one of his favorite songs, because I remember him, he wasn't necessarily, I considered Jimmy to be a believer, but he wasn't a churchgoer and all that other stuff. But the few times that he would go to church, he just really loved the song Jehovah Jireh. And I remember when we first started doing it, he was just like, dude, I don't know if you should be doing that, man. That could be sacrilegious. I said, absolutely not. Music is just an art form. But it was just one of his favorites, especially the way we did it in our rendition. So again, those of you you guys know the original, hymn, Jehovah Jireh, my provider, his grace is sufficient for me. Yeah. So I took that and I thought, I thought, it would work really cool in the power chord. And so we did the whole big intro, what I loved. So I read a review, and I never stopped calling it that after that. A review of the first album, and it said that it loved every song, and including they loved Jehovah Jireh, but they hated the Spinal Tap intro, because with the phony British accent and everything that I was doing, and it was terrible. Hindsight, I look back and it's just like, oh god, that was awful. But once the song starts, it's really cool. But so obviously it starts. Okay, then the gallops come. So hope some of you guys are Maiden fans, because that's where a lot of that gallop influence came from me. So let's go through, do the usual tidbit. We'll go through it, and then I'll break it down. It's not hard at all. So. Yeah, that's cool, man. It brings back such great memories. Especially, I'll never forget when we first debuted it, and people just came up and they're like, "Man, you guys got balls to take a church hymn and turn it into a speed metal song," But it was great because everybody that was, our shows when we first started playing, we were playing with bands like Dark Angel and Viking and everything else, and then we started opening for, we started becoming a part of the Christian music scene. And when we did, our audiences went from 20% Christian, 80% non-Christian, to vice versa, 80% Christian, 20% non-Christian. So I thought it'd be great to have songs that we can all sing together, and Jehovah Jireh was just one of those great songs. The lyric I changed was "He will give his angels charge over thee." It didn't make sense with the story, because Jehovah Jireh is obviously about Abraham getting ready to sacrifice Isaac, and in the land of Moriah, and where they went to the mount, and God provided the ram for the sacrifice, and so he would give his angels in Psalms, so which was written way later. Anywho, so I added the line, instead of "He will give his angels charge over thee," I added, "The Lord will provide himself a lamb for sacrifice. Jehovah Jireh takes care of me." And I just love that lyric. Every time I've been hearing the song lately, because I had to brush up on some of those. Just made me feel very warm inside, because in these strenuous, very strange, awkward, odd times that we're living in now, it is nice to know that Jehovah Jireh, our provider, takes care of us. So, yeah, I went nostalgic on you, so and a little sentimental on you. So, but okay, so let's break it down. So we've got the whole intro where I'm speaking in the Spinal Tap thing, A, G, F, G. So A, B, B, C, and then D, E. And we're following that same whole pattern to a degree. So when we go into the gallop, okay? Okay, so slow that down. these pickups don't sound bad. I mean, they take gain really, really well. They're very low output, but they sound great. I mean, you can't be. I mean, look at the condition. I have not to break train of thought, but I got to go back. I mean, look at the condition of this guitar. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous, and they did a beautiful job at building it. And like I said, everything is completely original. My setup gal, who does all my, tech work for me, certified it, and everything is 100% original. Electronics, the old school Grover tuners that actually say patent pending on the back now. These old ones, the new ones don't, but these old ones do. So it's pretty cool. It's a beautiful guitar, beautiful guitar. Anyways, so and then we go into the whole chorus part. The Lord will provide. Real simple. That's. Pretty much the bulk of the song, because it just repeats, So let's go over the galloping part again. So now we'll do it full speed. So there it is, Jehovah Jireh. Such a great song, a lot of fun. Like I said, brings back a lot of great memories, and wonderful times playing with the Big D live out in Hollywood, our backyard. Just it was nice playing all those shows in the Bay. We started going in the Bay in 86 or no, 87. Jimmy Arsenault from the band Soldier brought us up there, and he was promoting shows at the Omni out in Oakland, and so that was our first time going out there. And then we played the Stone, and we had a lot of fun playing in the Bay. And then of course we would play our South Bay area, which was the Waters Club out in San Pedro. And of course we did the Strip, the Whiskey, the Roxy, the Troubadour, and Gazzari's, all that. So it's a lot of fun, good times. And then of course, can't forget San Diego. We would go down south and played a lot of great shows down there. Kit Carson Park Amphitheater comes to mind out in Escondido. I ended up moving there for a while because I just loved it so much. And then played the Soma downtown. So we had a lot of fun out there. So good old Cali shows back when they really were something. And because now they're not, or at least they haven't been in a long time that I remember now. So the Guild S100, man, you can't beat it. And this is just I mean, I look at it and I'm in marvel because this thing was built just a few years after I was born, man. 4 years after I was born, this thing was built. And per the serial number and the Guild website tells you right around when it was born or when they made it. And per the number, this was in production between like March and April of 1973. So I literally was 3 years old when it was being made. So cool, man. Like I said, it trips me out. And there's a little yellowing up here, a little yellowing here, a nice age with this thing. Only thing if I were to change anything is that pick guard. I'd probably want to put a black one on there. But otherwise, it's pretty cool. I don't want to change anything on it, though. Man, every time I'm in this tuning. Oh, man. Always makes me want to play some EVH, but... And I've got a really light gauge string on here. She put 9s on there for whatever reason. I don't know why. I like 10s. Used to be an 11 guy. 11 through 52, 11 through 54. But just a few years ago, I just switched to 10 through 46. Love them. And that's a question I get asked all the time. What strings do you use? NYXL, Diodario. Just something about them. I really like them. But I have been being told about this Stringjoy thing. And in fact, Rhett, Shull, who I really love and follow on YouTube, just did a cool video tour of the Stringjoy factory. And I'll put a link to it here in my feed or in my info area. But yeah, in the description box. Go check it out. It's really cool to go see how strings are made. And you'll enjoy it. So I hope you enjoyed this little going back to 1989 and actually prior, because we started playing this around 1986, 87. Started playing it out live. And but hope you guys enjoyed this trip down Amnesia Lane. And go back and listen to that first album again. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. But thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. And I really appreciate you joining me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, the like button, and, of course, the little ringy-ding button. And, of course, leave a comment. And if you like this video, share it. Don't forget to check out some of the links in the description area. And, of course... come by, visit my website, www.jpbii.com. And if you're so inclined, swing by my Patreon at patreon.com/JPBII. Help me keep making stuff like this and making music for you guys every month. If you haven't signed up, and you're missing out on all the singles. I've been putting out singles this year. So hope you guys all enjoy. Have a wonderful and amazing weekend.